Introduction to the Windows Start menu. The Windows Start menu in Windows Vista and 7 has been completely redesigned to help you work more productively with your computer. In Windows 7, you have much more control over the programs and files that appear on the Start menu. The Start menu is essentially a blank slate that you can organize and customize to suit your preferences. Graphical representation of the Windows Start menu in Windows Vista and 7. Here's a breakdown of all main components on the Windows Vista/Windows 7 Start menu. Accessing the Start menu using the mouse. To access the Windows Start menu, position the mouse cursor over the Start button and left-click once. You are then presented with a menu containing links to some of your most frequently accessed programs, documents, files, and shortcuts used to manage devices in the computer. This is displayed in the following screenshot. Introduction to jump lists. Windows 7 introduces jump lists for both the Start menu and the taskbar. Jump lists are lists of recent items, such as files, folders, or websites, organized by the program you use to open them. In addition to being able to open recent items using a jump list, you can also pin favorite items to a jump list, so that you can easily access the programs and files you use every day. The same items appear in a program's jump list on the Start menu and on the taskbar. By default, no programs or files are pinned to the Start menu to begin with. After you open a program or an item for the first time, it will appear in the Start menu, but you can choose to remove it, or you can pin it to the Start menu so that it always appears there. You can also adjust the number of shortcuts that appear in the Start menu so that it doesn't get too large. Managing programs and items with jump lists. On the taskbar, jump lists appear for programs that you've pinned to the taskbar and programs that are currently running. On the Start menu, jump lists appear for programs that you've pinned to the Start menu and programs that you've opened recently. Jump lists don't appear in all programs on the Start menu. Jump lists can include recently opened items, frequently opened items, tasks, or websites, in addition to any items that you've pinned. You'll always see the same items in the jump list for a program, regardless of whether you view the list on the Start menu or the taskbar. For example, if you pin an item to a program's jump list on the taskbar, the item also appears in that program's jump list on the Start menu. Notes. In addition to any pinned or currently open items, jump lists on the taskbar contain several commands that you can use to close an item or unpin the program from the taskbar. You can drag an item from a jump list to copy it to another location. For example, you can drag a document from a jump list to an email message if you want to send it to someone. Working with jump lists on the Start menu. Jump lists on the Start menu give you quick access to the things you use most often. Pinning an item to the jump list on the Start menu. To view the jump list for a program, click Start. Point to a pinned program or to a recently used program near the top of the Start menu, and then point to or click the arrow next to the program. To open an item, click Start. Point to a pinned program or to a recently used program near the top of the Start menu to open the program's jump list, and then click the item. To pin an item to a jump list, click Start, and then open the program's jump list. Point to the item, click the pushpin icon, and then click Pin to this list. To unpin an item, click Start, and then open the jump list for the program. Point to the item, click the pushpin icon, and then click Unpin from this list. Notes. The next time you open an item that you've unpinned, it might reappear in the jump list. To remove an item from the list, right-click the item, and then click Remove from this list. Pinning an item to a jump list on the taskbar. Jump lists on the taskbar give you quick access to the things you use most often. To view the jump list for a program, right-click the Programs button on the taskbar. To open an item from a jump list, open the program's jump list, and then click the item. To pin an item to a jump list, open the program's jump list, point to the item, click the pushpin icon, and then click Pin to this list. Notes: you can also drag a file icon or a shortcut from the Start menu or the desktop to the taskbar. This pins the item to the jump list and also pins the program to the taskbar, if it isn't pinned already. Folders are considered Windows Explorer items, and appear in the Windows Explorer jump list when pinned or opened. To unpin an item, open the program's jump list, point to the item, click the pushpin icon, and then click Unpin from this list. Notes: the next time you open an item that you've unpinned, it might reappear in the jump list. To remove an item from the list, right-click the item, and then click Remove from this list.